How about another Guild comparison? I'm game if you are. Today we're looking at two dreadnoughts from Guild in the Westerly collection. Very similar models. We're looking at the D-120CE versus its cousin, the D-140CE. Very similar guitars with very different sounds. Stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom swag, and check out the podcast Cooper and I do called the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts. And, you know, send me money or something, or buy something. No, I'm just kidding. Sort of. All right. Let me know in the comments if you want my address or my Venmo. Anyways, what a brave new world we live in. So we are looking at two dreadnoughts from Guild. This is the D-120CE. We're going to be comparing it to the D-140CE. These are two fantastic models in Guild's lineup that offer extreme value for the money. They are made overseas, imported by Guild, fantastic fit and finish, build quality, and feature all solid wood construction. So what's the difference between them? Well, let's go through the specs and then we'll point out the difference, because really, most of the specs are the same. They're dreadnought bodies with a cutaway featuring electronics from Fishman. This guitar features a solid African mahogany top, back, and side. It's all solid construction with scalloped bracing on the top. So it's checking a lot of the boxes that I suggest when you're buying a guitar already. Solid top, check. Solid back and sides, check, check. Scallop bracing, check. So pretty good so far. We have rosewood bridge, fingerboard, bone saddle, bone nut, check, check. And really nice open gear tuners with a pearloid rosette and Guild's Chesterfield logo up here on the headstock. All in all, very cool package. What's different about it versus the 140CE? The top. So over here on the 140CE, we have solid Sitka spruce with African mahogany back and sides. Again, all solid construction, which is great. The bracing is, again, scalloped. All of the other specs are the same. The real comparison here is between the tone that you get out of mahogany top versus a spruce top. By the way, the one that I'm holding features the, I think it's the Antique Tabasco Sunburst, but this model is also available in natural. Just like this, you say, that's natural? Yes, it's natural. It's natural finished mahogany, which means it's got a mahogany finish that's the same all around, no burst. So if you were to opt for this in natural, the back and sides would be lighter, like on the D-120, and then the top, of course, would be natural spruce. So let's talk about what you're going to get with each guitar tonal-wise. I mean, it's a big body dreadnought guitar, so you're going to get that big strum, that big sound out of a dreadnought. The fact that it's all solid wood means that the entire body of the guitar is in on the act. The top is the most important part that resonates when you strike a string. Basically, the way that this works is through physics. You strike a string, the vibrations travel through the bridge, causing the top to vibrate. The bracing in there is really conforming that response and tone that you get out of the top of a guitar. So when you have scalloped bracing in a guitar like these feature, then what you have is a compromise between strength and rigidity and flexibility. So you want it to be strong enough to support the top, but you want it to be flexible enough to give you great volume and fantastic resonance and tone. You do that by removing some of the material through a scallop. And that's why we have scalloped bracing. It's worked for decades on acoustic guitars, trying to find that nice balance, and it really affects the tone of the guitar. Outside of bracing, the other thing that really affects the tone of the guitar is the top material. And then you have the back and sides. So the top material is going to affect the initial response of the strings or of the note and its volume and kind of dynamic range that it has. And then the back and sides inform the overall tone, kind of like EQ on a stereo does. Now, if you think about it this way, the different size of a speaker is kind of like the different size of a body of a guitar, right? A bigger speaker is going to give you more bass, a smaller speaker is going to give you more treble. That's kind of how the response works, right? So on top of that, you can change the sound of a speaker with different designs, And then you can take your equipment and you can conform the EQ to give you more mid-range, more bass. That's kind of what the back and sides on a guitar are doing. Okay, so hopefully that metaphor is more helpful than confusing for you. So top of Mahogany is going to have a more compressive aspect to it. It's going to limit your high volume. It's going to take the really high spikes in volume and bring them down, but it's also going to take that really low volume points and bring it up, kind of evening it out. So if you're a player that has a kind of a range, or not, how should I say this? If you kind of play in an uncontrolled manner and you need to control your dynamics, particularly if you're a heavy strummer, Mahogany will work very, very well for you. The other thing that it does, it tends to accentuate the darker side of the mid-range that Mahogany back and sides naturally have. And it sounds great when you're recording because of that compressive feature. If you dig into it with like a palm mute, it really sounds nice. That's Mahogany. Now, if you compare that to Spruce, you find Spruce on the top of most acoustic guitars for a reason. It is a fantastic all-around top. You have great dynamic range. You want to play soft or you want to play loud. If you are a player that can control the range and likes to accentuate the dynamics of a song, then you probably won't like Mahogany because it'll be too compressing. You want Spruce. Spruce also has that brightness and that very forward attack. When paired with Mahogany, which has that nice warm mid-range, it's a fantastic guitar, particularly for flat picking, but also finger picking. And some people just love the sound of Mahogany. They love the warmth that it gives. And that paired with a dreadnought body and a spruce top, it's really kind of a winning combination. So that's what you're likely to hear difference in these guitars. Otherwise, they play very similarly because they are otherwise the same guitars. So to demonstrate the sound difference, I put these through the test playing the exact same pieces on each guitar so that you can hear for yourself. Take a listen. So there you have it. Comparison between Guild's D-120CE and D-140CE in the Westerly collection. Two incredible values for acoustic guitars from Guild, really in the market at all. If you're looking at a guitar that is a huge value, that gives you solid wood construction, great features, these both come with fantastic gig bags and electronics. They're hard to beat. Most other guitars that you're going to find from manufacturers in this price range, whether it features a spruce top or features a mahogany top, are not going to be all solid wood construction. Also, you're typically not going to find as many offerings with mahogany top at this price range. So if that's something that you like the sound of, you have limited options, and this is probably one of the best ones in that lineup. You also get the benefit of having the pickup in it. So if you're playing at home, great. But if you want to play at church or in a coffee shop or the band, it's ready to go. You can plug in and play, and then also have a gig bag to tote back and forth to your house with. So great value all around. If I had to choose one, I'd probably get the mahogany topped one that I'm holding. I tend to play dynamically, and I like that. But there are some times that I prefer a mahogany top. So get both. Get both is the answer. I also like the finish on this. It's just a classic look of a guitar. Really a fantastic value all around. Great look, great design, great playability, great sound, great value. Good job, Guild. So if you want more information about either of these guitars, you can find it on our website. It's alamomusic.com. Check out the photos. You can add to cart and purchase it there. Or you can also chat with someone if you have questions. If you're not sure about what you're looking for, we have associates live on the website that can help you find the right guitar to suit your needs. Because I always say the best guitar in the world is the one you're playing. You want to find the right guitar so that you play it. See how that works? If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos, and keep coming back for more. I'll see you next time.